Okay, so Monday morning, knock at the door, and this just happened. Okay, it didn't just happen. The channel stable of 3 bikes has now grown to 4. I was so impressed with the Royal Enfield Interceptor 650 that I actually got one. So you'll be able to follow the story of this bike through the running in period, its first service, and gradual enhancement through custom parts. Don't get me wrong, I love my Triumphs, but it is nice to have something just a little bit different in the garage. Now I've also bought myself some accessories from Royal Enfield's range, so over the coming weeks and months we'll be fitting those. Now I had a word with MOTONE Customs to see if there's any possibility they're going to be producing parts for this bike and or its sister, the Continental GT. The official response I got from Sam at MOTONE, however, is that they have no plans in the immediate future to produce any parts for these bikes. The impression that I got is that they've still got a lot of new parts for the Triumphs that haven't been released yet and they're just too busy. But Sam did tell me that he's already been approached by a lot of Interceptor owners, and it's already been established that some of the more universal MOTONE parts do work with these bikes, and he's promised me that he will let me have some of those parts in due course to help me with this project. So on that note, it's done nothing but rain since about 5 minutes after the bike was delivered, so I haven't had a chance to ride it yet, and I've not been able to make the introduction video that I'd planned. That's going to have to come when the weather gets better. Now I'm not 100% sure when Triumph introduced this, but certainly between 1955 and 1968, Triumph were fitting to some of their models what they called the parcel rack. A small chrome-plated rack that's screwed onto the tank, presumably for carrying parcels. Now this little accessory became a trademark of certain Triumph motorcycles for many years, and I believe some other manufacturers also started to incorporate them onto their bikes. Until in 1968 it was considered too old-fashioned and it was deleted from the lineup. Now over the years many companies have replicated these little racks, and MOTONE Customs realised that their ever-growing lineup of custom parts quite simply wasn't complete without their version of it. This little rack does differ from the original in a number of ways. First of all, the original was mild steel which had been chrome plated. This is 304 grade stainless steel. Secondly, the original Triumph rack was completely flat, whereas with MOTONE's version they decided to add a little bit of design flair by curving it slightly so that it better fitted the contours of the tank. And last but not least, the original Triumph rack was designed to be screwed onto a specially modified tank. MOTONE knew of course that that wasn't going to work as an accessory in this situation, so they sourced some very special high-tech suction cups from a manufacturer in Germany, and I have to say they are quite impressive. These suction cups are formulated from a special silicone rubber, and at the manufacturing stage they have a stainless steel thread moulded into them, and by means of the very strong threaded thumb wheels that come with the kit, they can easily be attached to the rack. The manufacturers recommend that they adhere better to a smooth, clean surface that's free of any oils. Now in my limited time experimenting with these suction cups, I actually found that they do adhere better once a good quality carnauba wax has been applied to the paintwork. I think basically it's sealing the surface and allowing a better surface for the cups to adhere to. Although having said that, they're still gripped very well without it. The manufacturer claims that each of these suction cups will take a minimum of 5 kilograms load before there's any danger of them letting go. That means that with 4 suction cups, this rack will easily take 15 to 20 kilograms force before the adhering capabilities of these suction cups is any danger of letting go. Now obviously it was raining when I shot this video, which isn't ideal, and the cup manufacturers do recommend that the surface should be dry before fixing these cups in place. They also recommend that you loosen the thumb nuts slightly before sticking the cups down and then tightening them up in order to achieve best results. MOTONE have named this rack the Aero Rack due to its slightly more aerodynamic shape than the original, and it's a fitting period adornment to any modern classic bike, but it does actually have a practical use. It's not just there for looks. Apparently MOTONE have been testing these racks extensively. It is ideal for carrying small loads, and by means of some small elasticated hooks, it'll easily accommodate your packed lunch on your way to work, or you can lash your waterproofs down onto it so that they're handy if you get caught in a downpour. MOTONE also told me that they've tested it extensively on Triumph standard matte paintwork, and these cups stuck down just as well as they did on gloss paintwork. Now, as I've said, this rack is made from 304 stainless steel, in this case polished, but they also do a matte black powder coated version. So those of you that are members of the matte black brigade aren't going to be disappointed. This Aero Rack is a nice classic period touch that enhances the look and the usability of any of the modern classic twins, whether they be Triumphs or any other make of bike. But while I was filming, I did discover something else. As we all know, tank bags tend to scratch or mark tanks no matter how well designed they are and no matter how careful you are when you put them on. And it did occur to me that a rack like this is the ideal way of keeping your bag from contacting your tank. As you may remember, about a year ago I tested the Burley brand Voyager tank bag tail pack, and I actually found that I could put the seat straps onto this rack and then firmly attach the tank bag in a way that it didn't contact the tank at all. So if you like using a tank bag but you also want to preserve your bike's paintwork, this rack is, in my mind, an ideal solution. Whether you're just looking for a period accessory to bling up your Bonneville, or you do want something which is actually practical, either for your commute to work or a little bit of touring, this Aero Rack from MOTONE is competitively priced compared to the others. And although it's not something I will use all the time, it is going to come in very handy. That's all I've got time for in this video. I'll be back on Friday. Once again, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you have, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Until Friday, ride safely, and I'll see you soon.